Hey everyone, it's Eric here from My 525XL, giving you an update. Today is Friday, June 16th. Giving you an update on the Peninsula tank. As I promised, I was going to surprise you with my next endeavor here. And as you can see here, I got two seahorses that I decided to put into the tank. So they'll be the only inhabitants, I think, in here. The other guy here is just wrapped around the rock. Really stoked and excited about this. Been looking at seahorses. I remember being 8 years old, going down to Florida with my parents, going in the souvenir store, and actually disappointed to find these dried up seahorses in a bucket as a souvenir. I've always wanted to get these, and semi-successful reefer, if you're watching. Once I saw you get them in your tank, it just revived that childhood urge for me to get these seahorses. So once I got the opportunity to get this tank, one of my sons actually reminded me, why don't you get seahorses? And that's what we did. So we just picked them up yesterday, acclimated them, put them in the tank, and here they are. Yeah, really excited. I can't really put it into words. It's just something I've thought of since I was a kid. So semi-successful reefer. Thank you for getting that idea back into my head, and it just gave me the balls to go ahead with it, I guess. Looking forward to seeing your updates and see how they're doing, so I'll reach out to you, maybe PM you and see what's going on. The tank itself, it's the Peninsula Red Sea desktop version. I think I mentioned that in the last few. Happy with the tank itself, thrilled with the occupants. I just put in that grog in there so they have something to latch on to, but as you can see, they're actually hanging on to the rock, so they're not too picky. When I got them at the fish store, LFS, they had like those plastic chains that were hanging at the bottom, and they were all latched on there. I'll post a quick video here of the tank. They had quite a few in stock, as you can see. I think they said they got 100, and when I went in there, they had about 56. So I'm a little apprehensive. I've never kept seahorses before. I know they're a little temperamental, but I think I can manage. They're $100 a shot, so that's the other thing that kind of makes me worried is I don't want to lose them at that price either. I just don't want to lose them, period. Really in love with these little things. So yeah, so I'll keep posting videos and show you how it's going here. The tank itself I'm thrilled with as well. The only thing that's really irritating the hell out of me right now is the amount of microbubbles I'm getting from that desktop skimmer. I've reseated the pump. I've put plumbing tape around the bottom to make sure that it's a good seal, and as soon as I let some air into this hose here, I get tons of microbubbles. I've been reading, Googling. Nobody's really complaining specifically about it. I know you do have a break-in period for a skimmer. It's been, I want to say a week, more than a week. I can't remember. Anyway, I think it's been long enough for the break-in. So not sure what I'm going to do here. I don't want a ton of microbubbles in the tank, obviously. But I need to keep it clean, so I'll have to figure that one out. I've taken it out a few times and reseeded it and made sure it's facing the right way and blah blah blah. So even put the sponge down where it's supposed to be, it's still not taking out all the microbubbles. So we'll see. The other thing I did have to do, because of the inhabitants in here, the seahorses, I had to change out the pump, the Red Sea 960. I put in a smaller Seche and dialed down the flow, and now these guys seem to be quite comfortable. So I picked these up last night and acclimated them for an hour, got them in there. When I turned the pumps on, I could just see that they were swearing at me, right? They were getting blown around all over the place. So luckily I had an old Seche pump that I just had in my closet, so I thought, let's give it a shot, and perfect. So it worked out great. So anyway, I will keep updating you guys on these. I just love staring at them. They're just so elegant, so cool. They were latched onto each other when I put them in the tank yesterday, and then this morning when I came, they were both huddled on that grog, still sleeping. So the other thing I have to do is figure out a feeding schedule. I know they eat frequently, and I'm not home every day, so I'll have to figure that out. But I am feeding mysis shrimp, a quarter of a cube, which actually seems to be too much because I don't really want to pollute the tank either. So I need to figure that out. Anyway, back over to the other tank, the 525XL. everything is going great. Everything's stable still. Lights went on about an hour ago, so everybody's just waking up. I still haven't moved that that no-namer acro in between the bird's nest and the green hairy tip. They're gonna touch soon, and I'm sure somebody's gonna start complaining. So I've gotta break that off the rock and put it somewhere else. I was thinking of putting it in actually the seahorse tank, but I don't know. I'm not dosing anything in the tank for the seahorses because that's all I'm gonna put in it. I wasn't planning on loading it up with corals, so if anybody else has seahorses, let me know what you've got in there. Just curious how you guys are running it. I know semi-successful reefer, my friend, you've got a bunch of plants in there, I think, last time I saw that video. I don't know if you had any coral, I can't remember, but anyway, you guys let me know your thoughts if I should put it in there. I don't think that's a stinging coral, so I think it would be safe for the seahorse. Acros generally aren't stinging, so. Everything else is going well. That guy in the back, which I thought was a strawberry shortcake, is not. It is the orange creamsicle. The color is really popping out on that thing now. It's looking really nice, and you can see, I'm going to zoom in. Sorry, I'm using a different camera today. I don't know if you can tell from the audio and video. So it's really encrusting nicely on that rock. A little bit of growth on the top. I'm not expecting it to, grow like crazy, but it's starting off the same way this guy did, which took forever to grow, and now it's just got a good colony going there. But it took a while to encrust on the rock, and now it's really taken off. Every week I can see a bit of a difference, so my guess is it'll probably be the same. Patience is a virtue in this hobby, as you know, so I'll see how it goes. Green Slimer getting taller. There is a bit of a branch on the back here that's coming out now, so that's exciting to see. I think it was there before, but it seems to be getting a little bigger, and I can see that it has starting to encrust on the rock as well. So growth-wise, I'm happy with the corals. The Duncans are getting bigger. And you can see under there, I'll try and zoom up this camera, it's a little different. I am getting some new heads coming up there. Photobomb. So they're actually loving the environment. There's the goby eating. So yeah, happy with those two. Everything else is looking really cool. Torch is really happy. The Recordias are coming out and they're starting to spread, branch off. I've got another guy over here in the corner that kind of slid over there. This one that was attached to the tank has kind of moved up a bit. I got another plug over there. So they're really, I guess just because everything's stable, right? It's starting to thrive. This guy here, the plate, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I guess it's growing, but not very quickly, although you can see some growth there on the bottom. But anyway, not overly concerned. Everything else is doing good. You can see the finger leather coral there is starting to get on the big side again, so I'll probably trim that back. I'm not going to let it get as big as I did the last time. It was just atrocious. So the grog's back there. Gonipora, I guess. Not a lot of growth there, but I'm okay with it. I don't need a huge honking coral there. So, and then Dunk in the back is doing well. So yeah, everything on this tank is stable. My parameters have been rock solid, knock on wood. No swings of any kind. I do have to adjust for alkalinity here and there, and I am still dosing Alpha-Reef. So I'm going to continue with that. I've mentioned that product, I think, for about a year now. I have not stopped. In my view, it's a great all-in-one product. I am dosing the magnesium separately now because I want it a little higher. I usually keep it around 1500, between 1450 and 1500, and I wasn't getting that with just the Alpha-Reef. So yeah, running out of breath babbling here. Everything else is great. No complaints. Fish aren't complaining. Nobody's died. I thought I lost my fire goby actually, but he's just hiding all the time. So he went through a phase of being out, and now he just keeps hiding. So when I dump the food in, he's out there like white on rice. So pretty happy with that. The Barbonian Anthias, again, doesn't come out a lot. I don't know if you can see him under there in the rockwork where that tang just went in. Pretty hard to see, but he is doing well. See him out around noon, and it's almost like they know when the feeding time is going to happen. So they're all out there digging in, and then he just pops back under and then hovers around. But I love that little guy too. He's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's it on the 525 XL. Stable, happy. no issues. Knock on wood. So I guess that's it for today. I will sign off. Just going to pop back over to my new interest here. Not that I'm going to ignore the other one. But yeah, let me know about if you guys have any thoughts on that skimmer, how to resolve that issue. It's really pissing me off. I don't want a lot of microbubbles in here. You can already see them, and that's with the air, no air in there, and that means I'm not going to get skimmate. So, and I know this is going to, pollutants are going to, not pollutants, but nitrates will probably creep up, as well as phosphates, because the food is not going to be eaten as much, and I can only cut off a chunk of cube without cutting off my finger. So I'm already a little concerned about what the levels are going to be like. I don't want anything to happen to these guys because of that. So thoughts on the skimmer, I'd really appreciate it. Any comments, questions down below, please leave them. I'll always love to hear from you guys. Appreciate you watching, taking the time, and yeah, I guess until we chat again, I will sign off and say stay safe, happy reefing, and thanks for watching.